The Raven and the Swan. On the edge of a shimmering lake, beneath the shade of towering trees, a raven perched alone. His glossy black feathers stood out against the pale sky, but there was something he longed for, something he could never attain, the purity of the swan's white plumage. Every day the swans glided effortlessly across the water, their wings a graceful dance of snow-white elegance. The raven watched them with envy, his heart heavy with a desire that grew stronger with each passing day. He could feel the weight of his black feathers as if they marked him, something that made him stand out in a way that only felt like a burden. If only I could be like them, the raven thought to himself. If only I could be pure, like the swans. And so, one fateful morning when the sun was barely rising, the raven made a decision. He flapped his wings in determination and flew down to the lake, his thoughts fixed on one idea. If he could swim in the water long enough, surely he could wash away the blackness of his feathers and emerge as white as the swans. With a soft splash, the raven entered the water. The cool embrace of the lake sent a shiver down his spine, but he pushed through it, his wings stirring up ripples on the surface. The deeper he went, the more the water seemed to hold him in its depths, as if it was trying to wash away not just the dirt, but the very essence of who he was. He swam and swam, struggling against the current, desperate to change, desperate to transform into something he was not. But after what felt like hours, the raven emerged from the water, dripping and cold. He spread his wings, eagerly expecting to see his once black feathers now gleaming white. His heart pounded in anticipation, but as the sunlight touched his wings, the truth became clear. His feathers were no different. They were still the same deep, rich black they had always been. Frustrated, he let out a cry that echoed across the lake. Why am I not like them? Why can't I be white and beautiful like the swans? As if on cue, one of the swans swam near, its graceful form cutting through the water effortlessly. It looked at the raven with calm, wise eyes. You seek to change yourself, but you forget that beauty comes from within, the swan said gently, its voice carrying the weight of years spent in harmony with nature. You are beautiful because you are true to yourself. Your black feathers are a part of who you are, just as my white ones are a part of me. Do not try to be something you are not. The raven looked at the swan, its words sinking into his soul. He had been so consumed with the desire to be something else that he had forgotten the truth. Beauty was not about changing who you were, but about embracing what made you unique. The swan's white feathers were beautiful, but so were his black ones. The raven didn't need to change to be special. With a deep breath, the raven took to the sky, his wings cutting through the air with newfound understanding. As he soared over the lake, he no longer felt the weight of his feathers. Instead, he felt free, as if the very air around him was lifting him up. He was not a swan, and he did not need to be. He was a raven, and that was enough. From that day forward, the raven embraced his true self, flying proudly through the skies, his black feathers gleaming in the sunlight, a symbol of beauty in its own right. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.